Hello, my love. Good morning to you. It is nice to visit. I hope that this finds you well. I hope that you are enjoying yourself. I hope you are reading something pleasurable right now. Something purely for entertainment. That would be nice. I hope that you go about your day with a bit of poise, a bit of assurance. I am thinking about you, as always. I was thinking also about why I am not selling these to you, these transmissions or the information that I'm imparting. And some of this will probably be very obvious, but it could be so easy for me to say you should do X, Y, or Z, and to even present it with much more assurance than I do. I could easily tell you, listen, if you want to do a certain thing, this is the way you have to be, and this is why, and yada, 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 and go through the steps and the arguments as to why it's so. But that's not the reality of the situation. Some things work, some things don't. People want assurance and confidence. They want people to tell them what to do. They want people to tell them what to do unequivocally and with no doubt. But that is because people are just not comfortable with ambiguity or with change. They cannot handle the idea that things will have divergent outcomes, that you may not actually be able to predict what will happen. And as I present these ideas to you, I am keenly aware of that. I'm aware both that what I say may just flat out be wrong. It may not be helpful. It may not be helpful in a certain situation. It may be helpful at certain times and not others. And that is the truth of the matter. And I do not want to mislead you, although I think you know that. And so I do not present these with that level of assurance that you must do X, Y, or Z. You also get to a point in your life when you realize that the things your father has been telling you just may be flat out wrong. He may not know at all what he is talking about. It's funny, I reached a stage in my life of that, and then after that stage, it's sort of, the pendulum swung yet again towards there is wisdom there. So it was interesting, but that was my experience, which will not necessarily be yours. But that is why I am not selling these to you. I thought I would make that explicit, although I think that I think I've mentioned it in some form previously, but take all of these for what they're worth, and their worth may be little or may be great. It may depend on what you put into it or how you think about it. But there are no assurances, and there are divergent outcomes, and change is inevitable and not always predictable. So take it for what it's worth, but I thought I would just share that. And with that, I will bid you adieu and recommend still Poppy Ackroyd and her music. I'm trying to think of specific works, but they escape me. If I remember correctly, her initial works were, I will say for lack of a better word, a little more experimental, which I enjoyed. And then as they, I will say developed, although that's not quite the right word, as it changed through time, it became more, I was going to say cinematic, larger, I don't know. But anyway, I do recommend her work, and Before and After the Book Deal by Courtney Maum. And with that, I will bid you adieu.